Welcome to a brand new episode of the Malaga Insiders. I almost said Gearycast, but that's some time behind us. My name is Chris Marquez, and welcome to this new episode. I'm not alone because I cannot do this alone. I am joined with the only Paul Hanahan, all the way from Scotland.
Good evening, Chris. How are you doing?
You're back from holiday.
I am back from holiday, yes. Aye. After 2 weeks in sunny Costa del Sol, just along the road from yourself.
So, I see you as a professional Costa del Sol holiday guy.
You could
What
say
is
that.
it? Because you spent 2 weeks with the wife.
I did, yes.
Did you visit any cool things? Any?
Not really. No, it was mainly a relaxing holiday by the pool for most of it.
So you have been 2 weeks on the terrace of Tommy Toldo.
Pretty much, yes.
Oh.
which was fantastic. Just to relax for a while. A lot of socialising as well, but yeah.
Good. So no travel advice.
Not this time, no.
Okay.
Unless you need to know how to get from Malaga Airport to El Pinillo, just jump on the train.
You look like you have a real good tan though.
Not too bad, yeah. I mean, the weather was quite nice for that couple of weeks. It wasn't too hot. It was nice, yeah.
For people on holiday, it was very nice.
Yes.
For people who have to work and do their day-to-day life,
not so nice.
I like October better, I think.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about traveling. We're here to talk about Malaga Club de Football. Malaga has had its first loss of the season against Huesca. Are we sad about this? I mean, what do you think?
Overall, I mean, yes, I think we'll maybe talk about this more at the end once we go through the match itself. But yeah, I think it's a game we shouldn't have lost. But we did. A breakaway in the last seconds of the match, and Huesca scored. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing. But we'll go through it. Yeah.
I mean, did we deserve to lose?
No, I don't think we did deserve to lose. I mean, the game was wasn't a very good game, and nothing much happened. We weren't under any real pressure from Huesca. I think I had a look at the stats after the game. I can only remember Huesca having one shot at goal, which Herrero had covered, and that was in the first half, early in the first half, in fact. I think it was about 3 or 4 minutes. But I can't remember Herrero ever being under pressure or having to make any other saves. But according to the stats, Huesca had 4 shots on target and 3 off target, which I can't remember. I can't remember any of them. They certainly didn't from Herrero. So, but that's the nature of that game. It wasn't very good. So yeah, I maybe blanked it
out. Was Malaga any good? What did you think of Malaga?
Well, I mean, if we start with the lineup, I thought the lineup was quite interesting. Obviously, Carlos Puga was injured, so we're looking for somebody to slot in at right back. And what Pellicer did is he moved Murillo along from centre half to right back, and then brought in Recio into the middle of the defence, which was quite interesting. Obviously, we've got Einar there as well, but we're bringing Recio on, and I thought he had a good game. But that was quite interesting. I thought maybe he brought in Murillo for a bit more defensive solidity because he doesn't really go forward too much. I think Joaquin Gabilondo usually goes a bit further forward, but I think that made sense. The lineup there, and then Rafita was on the bench as well, which was quite good to see. I thought, giving him a bit of a chance there to obviously experience the match day. So yeah, from the lineup, it was quite a good lineup to start with.
I do agree with you. I think I'm going to ask you that. Do we have a future centre back here? Do we in Recio? Is it?
I think so. Yeah, I absolutely think so. Yeah.
Future?
Yes, I thought he played very well, and he certainly had a good understanding with Montero for the majority of the match. The goal that we lost was a bit of a not a defensive mix-up, but the defence was all over the place. But we'll get onto that later on. But yeah, I thought he had a good match with Montero. The two of them sitting at centre half.
I mean, it wasn't his debut. He came on earlier for Malaga in the earlier match. I can't remember which one it was. So it's not his official debut, but it is. He didn't play in, I think it was 2 seasons ago when he got some play time. This was his actual real, well, being in the starting 11. I think also in a important match, maybe not the most important match. I think he really did well, and I also think that maybe next season or the season after, because he's still young, he can be like really in the first squad, and we can get some more, give him some more play time. Because that's the other thing. I think we have too many center backs at the moment, if they're all fit, of course.
Yes.
For him to get a lot of play time. Did it surprise you that Pellicer didn't choose for Einar?
It did initially, but I think, I don't know. I mean, obviously he knows Resio and training and stuff, and I think giving him his chance was the right call.
I do agree, but it surprised me that we didn't get to see Einar this season so much, or not at all.
Absolutely.
That with another center back, with Pastor being injured, my logical view would be that you would play Montero and Einar, and it seems
agree.
like Einar got I don't know. Is it really in the plans of Pellicer?
Yeah, he seems to have fallen out of favour, hasn't he? Because Murillo's been playing there instead of Einar, and then moving Murillo across to the right back position, you think, well, that's Einar's time to come back in now. But then Resio's been picked ahead of him. So yeah, I don't know if he's fallen out with Pellicer or there's something going on there, or maybe he doesn't think he's fully fit yet, or up to speed. But yeah, I mean, you can speculate, but the partnership with Resio and Montero was fine.
Well, Malaga got a big shot in the first half, just outside the box. I think it hit the crossbar or it hit the bar. Unlucky, but I think the first half could have gone to any of both teams, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that Huesca had that shot. And I think it was the 3rd minute, and then they gave the ball away. It was similar to the Ibar giving the ball away to Nino scoring the first game of the season, when they gave the ball away to Labete, and he took it onto his left and he hit it, skimmed the crossbar, but it wasn't. I don't think the keeper was going to be too troubled with that. But as I say, the game it didn't really ignite at all. And the second chance that we had was another one that fell to Labete just inside the box, about the penalty, just to the left of the penalty area, which I think he should have done better with. Chupe cut it back and he scuffed it a bit straight at the keeper. But from there, with the skill he's got, I mean, he's meant to be playing as a forward. We're in that forward position. He could have caught it better, I felt, and at least tested the keeper a bit more. But that, I mean, as if anybody hasn't seen the game and watches the highlights, that's pretty much it in the first half. That's all the highlights there were for the first half. So there wasn't much else going on. What I thought was interesting, though, from a Malaga point of view, was that with Murillo being playing right back, Joaquin Munoz and Larrubia were playing together on the right-hand side for quite a while, which made a bit of sense, but I think they sort of got in each other's way for a bit. But I don't know what the thinking was behind that. But then Munoz moved over to the left later on, but they did play together on that right-hand side for quite a fair bit of that first half, and it was they linked quite well when they got the ball, but it didn't really. There wasn't really an out ball to the left-hand side when Larrubia had the ball and Munoz was standing pretty much next to him. There was no switch on for them when Victor Garcia wasn't getting up the park. But that sort of sorted itself out. But that was the only other interesting thing of note that I spotted in the first half. Overall, I don't think we were under any real pressure, under any real danger, but we didn't really create anything either in the first half.
I think, and that's where you hit the right spot. We didn't create much in the first half. I think when I look at the second half, it was Malaga going for the match more than Huesca. If you ask me, we created some chances, maybe not very big chances, but we I think we really were the dominant team in the second half. Um, there was a possible penalty moment, maybe.
Yeah. Nothing. I don't
I
think it
don't know.
was. I don't think it was anything in it.
I don't think it either. Um, but then Malaga had the chances. But if you don't score, how does
Yeah.
it end, Paul? You get it. You're being slapped right in the face with a goal.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, as you say, I mean, Malaga were the ones more likely to score, or well, say more likely. They were pressing a lot more, and I thought, you know what, think that was from. I think when Brasnats come on in the at half time, I thought his quality shone through. I've seen a lot of him for Osasuna over the last couple of years, and he's a quality player. And him coming in and just calming things down, but moving the ball quicker, and that's what I think we need. Moving the ball quicker. That's the main issue for me. We don't move it quickly enough, and we started to get forwards and not cause. We didn't really cause them that much trouble, but we looked more on the front foot. We had a shot. Rafa had a shot about 86 minutes, but it went straight at the keeper. But then right at the end there, before Huesca went up the park and scored, Larrubia, ball on the right hand side, cut in on his left and hit it. Had a shot at the keeper, which keeper had to make a save at. But looking back on it, I thought he maybe could have just rolled it inside to Nino for Nino just to knock in, but he cut inside and hit it at the keeper. And then, as you say, slap in the face. Right at the death, Huesca go up the park and score without any real time for Malaga to do anything about it after that.
In Holland, we have a saying, and if I would say it in English, it will be, we have got swaffled.
Yeah.
I don't know if swaffle is the same thing in English as in Dutch.
No, it's not, but yeah, it's...
But being swaffled in Holland is getting a penis against...
Right, okay, yeah.
Against you.
No, definitely not in English.
A penis slap. I think Malaga got swaffled for a few reasons. The press has been full of it. Fans have been full of it. Pellicer has been full of it on TV. The second coach has been full of it on TV. And that is, before the call comes, there's a foul made on Rafa.
Yeah. I have to agree.
I have to agree as well. And the problem is, and that's what everybody's angry about probably, is got that the linesman, it happens all 1 or 2 meters in front of him.
Yes.
But he's looking at other things rather than that moment.
Yeah. I don't know why it wasn't given, because Rafa, he's holding the ball up and the boy was nibbling at him right on the touchline. Had a 2 or 3 goes at him to try and get the ball, but was nowhere near it and kicking his ankles. I honestly don't know why the linesman didn't give it, and even the referee as well, because the referee could see it. Rafa had the ball up, shielded it.
I don't understand that, because I think when you're a linesman, you have to see it for sure, because it happens just in front of you, straight in front of you. He's 2 meters. It happens 2 meters in front of him. But what Pellicer always also said is that we have to be smarter.
Yes.
In these situations.
Absolutely.
And the thing he was aiming for was when somebody makes that foul on you, it's not always a given that the ref will whistle. And in this stage of the match, what Pellicer said, just grab the ball. You're on the floor, grab the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go down, make a decision.
The ball, like it's obvious that it's a foul, because no ref will. I don't know, give a foul for a handball.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that as well. That was my thinking when the ref didn't give it. He should have just gone down, and just as they all do now. If you the first time you get hit by the boy from behind and you're not getting it, just go down and hold on to the ball, fall on top of it. And even then, I mean, at that stage of the game, even if he gives a free kick against you, you're running the clock down as well. And it's giving you a chance to regroup. If they're taking the free kick from out on the touchline and they're getting the benefit out of the handball, it gives everybody else a chance to get back in a position and regroup.
Regroup, get the pace out of the match.
Yep.
And no, I totally agree. I think that's the problem with having such a young team sometimes.
Yes. Yep.
It's the example you gave with La Rubia testing the keeper himself. Well, maybe the better option was Nino. I think when you have such a young team, you have a lack of experience, and maybe sometimes playing wise and making the right decisions.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I can't really fault La Rubia because he made the chance himself to cut inside and have that shot at goal, and he wasn't that far away from the goal. It wasn't as if he was miles out and shooting for a ridiculous angle. It's just one of those moments. And if you're a player like that, you cut inside, you bring it in, and you see the keeper, and you see the goal. You're going to have a shot, but it's like, as you say, it's the experience to be able to take a moment, just a millisecond longer, just to have a look up and say, okay, Nino's in a better position here. He's made the run across, and he didn't even have to pass it that far. It was a yard and a half just to roll it into his path. But he's taken the opportunity to have the shot and test the keeper, which unfortunately didn't go in.
Another question I wanted to ask you is, Blazanak, you already mentioned him. Will he make the difference this season for Malaga? Is he better than the rest? Do we see the real gap between Segunda and Primera here? Is he our savior?
Good question. As I said before, I've watched him quite regularly for Osasuna, and he's got the experience, he's got the class. I suppose the question is, where is he going to play? Because he's a defensive holding midfielder by nature, although he likes to get forward and he does create chances and have assists. But if we've got Luismi in there when he comes back, is he going to replace Luismi? And that's a good question. I don't know if he will, or I don't know if Pellicer will play him in there. But he's obviously bottom for a reason, and he is still class.
I think we saw the difference in pace, in wanting to move the ball quicker around. I think that's a big difference, and that's, for me, was where you could clearly see the difference between Primera División and Segunda División.
If you're asking me, I would be playing him.
I think they think quicker, they handle quicker, and there's just this massive difference between Primera and Segunda División. The only thing which I'm also thinking about is, will he make other players better? Or will he slip into the routines of Segunda División and the rest of the Malaga players?
Well, yeah, I was actually going to turn that back to you and ask the same question. If he's Primera class, and obviously he's getting on a bit now, but he's still that quality. Is his thinking too quick for some of our players?
Yeah.
And are they going to be on the same wavelength as him, which maybe causes an issue? He'll be looking for a quicker pass. He'll be looking to move it on. Our players aren't moving quick enough or aren't moving into the right places. And but I suppose that comes from training as well. That'll be, if we can get that gel together, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, but I think if you have 8 Primera División players and 3 Segunda División players, the 3 Segunda División players will play better.
Yeah, agreed.
Because those 8 will make those Segunda División players play a better football. But when it's 10 Segunda División players with 1 Primera División players, will his level drop down?
Well, that's drag him down to our level. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not because he's getting, I don't know, too relaxed or, but I think you, uh, you, I don't know, you turn out to become like the people you play with.
yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's happened before, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, if you and me play darts, if you play a shitty match, the chances will be that I will play a shitty match as well because I level to you and not because I
yeah,
want to.
it's just a natural reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah,
So that's my worry. But the things I've seen so far, I'm pretty happy with him.
yeah.
He brings something new. I think he also brings something we haven't seen in a long time. I
What's
mean
that?
that smartness in football. That I mean, Primera División players are smarter.
Yes, yeah.
They're quicker, and he brought that.
He did. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he was excellent for him just to come on. I mean, he's not been at the club long, but for him to come on at half time um, and play the way he did, I thought he was excellent.
I want to end this review with one question. Malaga never won in Huesca against Huesca. And my question is, are we ever going to win an away match against Huesca?
Well, not this season, obviously. We'll have to wait till next season. But then who knows?
There's always the Copa del Rey.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, unless something disastrous happens to us and them, we're going to be in the same division next year, I think. So yeah, it gives us another opportunity to try and beat them up there.
I think we've never been so close than this season.
The game was there for the taking, and I mean, I'll get onto this later on when we discuss the first 5 games. But yeah, I think we spoke about it earlier. We did go for it, but I don't think we went for it enough. But it was there for the win was there for taking. I think.
Well, that was Huesca. Also, because there isn't much news this week, but the bits of little news that there are, we will go through it very quick. Malaga's coming with a new shirt with the chimney tower. I don't know if it's a first kit, second kit, third kit, fourth kit. I don't know what they're doing, but it's a shirt dedicated to the chimney in Malaga. Ever seen the chimney?
Which ones? I haven't seen that. No, or I might have done, but I haven't clocked it.
Okay. Where there's an image of it on the Malaga on Malaga socials. I don't know what to expect. Maybe it's a normal T-shirt. Maybe it's a training shirt. Maybe it's
Yeah,
a match kit. I don't know. I can't tell because I don't know because they didn't say what kind of shirt it was.
yeah. Is that just from today? I haven't seen that.
It was, I believe, from yesterday.
Okay, I must have missed that then.
But what is news? Well, I have some big news because España convoca a Isa Merino. Isa Merino is being called up for the Under 20 World Cup.
Excellent news. Deserved as well.
Yeah, deserved. That means we will miss him for a month.
Yeah, as always happens.
Why don't they play these tournaments in summer?
Who knows? I probably think there's too many. They've got too many tournaments going on in the summer now.
I don't know. I wish him all the best. I think with our new player, I think we have that position a bit covered. Maybe
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
we don't need injuries, so I think he should go. And I wish him all the best at the World Cup. I have good news as well. Rafa is under the loop to be renovated. So I think we can, probably not soon, but this season we could see an extension of his contract.
contract. Yeah, That would be good as well. I think that's another thing that's thoroughly deserved as well, because he's tail end of last season and this season. I think he's been fantastic when he's come on, and even starting the games. I can't remember which game it was more recently that he started. I think it was away to Las Palmas, wasn't it, where he started, and his performance was up there as well.
I think his goals speak for himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So it makes sense, and I think everybody's happy about that. Malaga Cadiz, are you going? Probably not.
No, I'm not going. I've got the small matter of my daughter's 21st birthday party on Saturday.
Oh.
But I would have been there had it not been a party.
You could have taken your daughter to Malaga Cadiz, and you could have celebrated with the Geary Army.
I could have done, but she's got something like 50 odd mates coming to her, so I would have had to bring all them as well, and they wouldn't have fit on the Geary Army bus.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah. 21 years old, Paul.
I know, yeah.
When is her birthday?
Sorry?
When is her birthday?
Her birthday's today.
Oh, congratulations.
So yeah, but she's
you should dedicate some words now to her, Paul.
Well, she doesn't listen, so I'll
doesn't
tell
matter,
her.
but you have to do it.
Okay. Happy birthday. Happy 21st birthday to my lovely daughter, Maya.
Happy birthday, Maya. I wish you all the best. And a wonderful Saturday party. And control your dad a bit that he doesn't drink too much. But he probably will.
Obviously.
What I was going to say about Malaga Cadiz was that it's a high-risk match.
Yeah. I think it has been for the last couple of years, hasn't it?
I don't think it's news.
No, it's not. No.
But what is news, and it doesn't have to do with Malaga, but we have the first sacking of a manager in Segunda División.
Who's that?
And this club, and that's the really best thing of it all, has this record of being the first team to sack their manager for 2 seasons in a row. Because last season they sacked Tiki Taka.
Oh yeah, aye.
And this season they already said goodbye to Johan Plat. So they have sacked 2 Dutch managers within the first 5 matches of both seasons.
Yeah. Is that because they were both Dutch? Is there a theme there?
We are giving the double Dutch this week to Castellón.
Yeah.
Castellón sacked their manager. What do you think after 5 matches? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's... Can you really tell after 5 matches? They're not doing too badly. I mean, they're not Granada. So, yeah, I think it's probably too early. But, I mean, these owners and stuff, they are trigger happy nowadays, aren't they? You can never tell how long a manager's got at any club, regardless of what league you're in or even how you're doing sometimes. It's just, yeah.
I think because it wasn't the new manager, so you already worked with him last season.
Yeah.
I think if you weren't really sure about your manager, I would say sack him in summer.
In summer, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, why give him another 5 games into the season just in case? You know, yeah.
Yeah.
You either stick with him if you're going to. Yeah, it's not as straight as you say. It's not a straight new manager. If he's in over the summer, yeah, that's the thing as well. If you're not entirely sure, you're giving them all the transfer window to sign players and stuff as well, and then you give them 5 games, and then you tell them to beat it basically. But I mean, they're 5 games in. They've got 2 points out of 5 games. You know, they're down there a wee bit, but they had a decent season last season, Castellón. You know,
yeah. Well, it's not like Erik ten Hag who got sacked after 2 matches.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And Ten Hag Well, has only been there for 2 matches.
Yeah.
That's also strange.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thinking.
That was a strange one. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't like him. It
Well,
wasn't
I
the
got,
result.
yeah.
They didn't like him.
Yeah. I got that impression. Yeah.
People didn't want to work with Den Haag. And the CEO or the director said in a press conference that nobody wanted to work with Den Haag, and it wasn't the results, but that man is crazy.
Yeah.
They just disliked it.
Bit of a strange appointment, then, isn't it? I mean, do you not do that due diligence before appointing them?
Yeah, it's a bit. But in his defense, you also have, because it's also a bit ugly, isn't it? Because they signed Ten Hag, and there were still like most of the players were there, and then they signed Ten Hag, and then they sell the whole team,
Yeah.
and then he's left with no team.
He's left. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
So I don't know how much you can blame Ten Hag. Probably for a bit, but I also think that the people at Leverkusen also.
well, that's it exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's maybe he's better out of it as well. You know, coming into a team that's sold all their
Money
best
wise,
players.
for sure.
Yeah.
Money wise, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this costs a lot of money for them. But we're not here to talk about Leverkusen. Joe will be back soon, so we will ask Joe for this matter. But that was the news. As there wasn't much news, we are going to talk a bit on. You prepared something for us.
Yeah, I think it was just mainly just to have a discussion about. As there's not much news, there wasn't much to talk about the match either. We're now 5 games into the season, and we've seen how Malaga have set themselves up, how PSR set them up, and what's your thoughts on the first 5 games of the season? And PSR come out at the start of the season and said he's going to attack more, and are we really seeing that just now? And what's your thoughts on that? And
the only difference I see is that results are falling our way this season.
Yeah.
That's the only difference, in my humble opinion. I see we have some bad. We have improved in some places on the pitch. I mean, we have Nino. Nino brings a lot more than Dioni or Rocco Baturina does, or even Castel, if we can count him in. So we have improved with the team. But what I'm seeing on the pitch, so individually we have improved. But what I see as a team, I still see the same football and the same amount of chances being created. I still see the balls going wide instead of putting pace in the match, giving the ball, risking it. I don't see much more attacking.
No, I have to agree. I think the signings have been good. Nino, obviously, as you say, has come in and he's pre-season he scored a few goals, but he hasn't really had that much of a chance in the season because obviously he was away with Spain, Granada game as well, and he was on the bench this week, just past. I think I've been impressed with Montero at the back. He's been a good signing. But that's not. I think it will be a fantastic signing. But I know, as you say, in overall terms of play, PSR said we'll be a bit more ruthless and going forward and attacking. Well, we maybe have done, but we've maybe played the football a bit further forward, but we've not really created any more chances. I mean, Larry LB, it took us, although they were pushing, and they're a stuffy side, obviously they came for a draw. It took an overhead kick in the last couple of minutes to score. We did well at Las Palmas. We sat in and frustrated them and won by a Rafa shot. But I mean, I think against Eibar, against Huesca, I think we should have been going for those games more and trying to win them. I suppose the only game that was a concern, I think, was Granada after going 2-0 up, scoring 2 nice early goals, looking as if we're going to push forward. We fell away and we're hanging on at the end. But I mean, Granada, well, form aside and results aside, they're they should have been pushing for promotion, and that was that 60 minutes in that game against us showed what they can be like, but they've not shown that yet in any other game. So I don't know whether we were just unfortunate that they clicked at that point, and have not clicked against anyone else, or that'll come in the coming games for Granada. But yeah, for me, it's not been as promising as Pellicer had said it was going to be so far, anyway.
And probably a lot of people will hate me for this. I don't care. I'm going to say it anyways. I love you all, but I have my opinion, and if you don't agree, that's fine. You can leave a comment under the, and we like the comments because I also like to see other opinions. But in my opinion, in all the matches we won, we got lucky.
Yeah.
It
I think
wasn't
so. I
clear.
agree. Yeah.
It wasn't clear wins for me. It wasn't good football. That could easily been a draw, or we could easily have lost all those matches. In some of them, maybe we should have lost
Yeah.
because
No,
we
I
weren't
mean,
right.
yeah, I agree. I mean, the Eibar draw could have been exactly the same as Huesca. We could have lost it, you know. But on the flip side of that, against Huesca, we could have won that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's fine margins, isn't it? And
But I think that strategy,
most of the managers now,
building on luck, because that most of the matches was luck.
Yeah.
I don't think that is a real working tactic in Segunda División. It might have worked the 5 first matches, but I think that some things should change now. And I do understand that the team is a lot of the players are new, and it still has to gel into a team. But 5 years at the Giri-Cost, 5 years we have been saying till probably the 30th round of the season. Yeah, well, we see improvements. They still have to gel. It's still not. I'm not going to do that this season. It's 5 matches in. I think if they don't gel within 3 weeks, they're not going to gel the whole season.
No. Well, just the next question. And what do you think's lacking, or what would you like to see in terms of trying to get that change in the team, or do you think it's never going to change?
When I think we have to make clear what kind of football we want to play.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest thing. Do we want to play attacking football? We have to play attacking football. But what we are now doing is saying we're playing attacking football, but we're playing defensive football. And the moment when we counter, we play over too many players. So we never come out very quick.
Yeah.
It's always a ball wide, a ball back, a ball. I think that's the biggest problem. We give our rivals too much time to put their defense in place.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, and I think that comes back to my point earlier on about moving the ball quicker.
Yeah,
and that's really stretching teams and moving it quicker. But I doubt whether we've got the players to be able to do that. That's the problem.
I think you have to show balls for playing that type of football, because you have to take risks. And if there's one thing we are not doing is taking risks in football.
Does that come back to the manager then? Do you think that mentality is coming from the manager?
At the end of the day, yes. I think his 2 seasons at Malaga, he has created a perfect base. And the players, the base that is still there, is playing Pellicer football.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest problem. I like him as a manager, but I don't think he's the manager who's going to play attacking football or who's going to bring us any further.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. I've said it for seasons now. Sometimes people agree with me. Sometimes people agree with me for a week. And sometimes people don't agree with me. That's all fine, but that's how I see it.
Yeah. No, I have to agree that there seems to be he's very risk averse, and he doesn't want the team bombing forward and leaving gaps at the back and trying to go for the win. I think that was
But
evident
you have to.
as well. I think
You can't play attacking football and defensive at the same time.
no.
And that's, if you say one thing and you do another thing, you're only fooling yourself.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see in the coming weeks, I suppose, won't we?
Yes.
If it changes with the new players and it's maybe just. I'm hoping it's just the new season and getting the new players bedded in and getting to know each other and then start to go for it. But I have my doubts and my fears that it's not going to change much. But 5 games in, we've got 8 points. We'll take that in a moment. And if we keep having that luck across the season, we should be fine.
I agree. We are playing upcoming Sunday against as I've mentioned earlier, against Cadiz.
High risk game.
High risk game. Are we scared for the unpitched football of Cadiz?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't seen Cadiz this season yet. I do know they've lost a couple of their main players in Victor Chust and Chris Ramos, who Chris Ramos obviously was the big battering ram up front that caused no end of problems when they were in the Primera, even though they got relegated, and then again last season. So they've had a bit of a change of personnel, but I haven't seen them this season, so I don't know what to expect. However, I mean they're sitting. I think it's their 4th in the league at the moment with 3 wins and 2 draws. That looks good on paper, having 3 wins and 2 draws, but having a look at the results, they beat Mirandés 1-0. Mirandés were down to 10 men from the first minute. So they sneaked that one, although Mirandés obviously had a great season last season, sold all their players or got rid of all their players, and they're starting again from scratch. So first game of the season, that could have been, a banana skin, but they've come through that. The other win at home was against Albacete, the third game. Albacete were down to 10 men as well, although they were 2-1 up at that point. They went to La Real and drew 3-3. Now, La Real, when they came to La Rosaleda, I didn't think they were that good. When we played them, we didn't think they were that good. They sat in, but when obviously at home they might be more expansive. But yeah, it's Cadiz. I mean, obviously they played in the Segunda last season after the relegation, and they were should have been looking for playoffs at least and trying to get promoted again. But I think with their change of personnel, I don't think they're quite up there this season. But having said, I don't know because I haven't had a chance to watch them this season yet. So anything could happen against them. We are at home, so whether we go for it again or not, that conversation again rears its head. Are we actually going to just go for a draw and sit in and be cautious, or we're going to go for a win? It's difficult to say, but
I would say go for a win. You should always go for a win.
Oh, you should always at home, but yeah. So I'm not. I don't. As I said, I don't know what to expect from Cadiz this season because I haven't seen them. But the results look, on paper, they look good. But yeah, difficult one.
They have a former Malaga player who has a nickname in Malaga.
Which nickname's that?
I will say Mickey Mouse.
Okay. Diplomatic.
By the name of Ontiveros.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be very fit this season so far.
No, I don't think he's played on and off, I think, but he hasn't featured regularly. Now I don't know whether that's just because of his fitness or because of new guys coming into the team. But he's getting on a bit as well, isn't he? He's what, 30?
Yeah.
32, 33 now, I think, if I remember right.
Radio Marca Malaga thinks we have a little chance that we see him. I think that's good because he always seems to be on fire when he plays against Malaga. There's extra motivation with former Malaga players always.
Did he not score twice last season?
Yeah. In
the same game with a header and
yeah.
Yeah.
Players to watch. I think Brian Ocampo.
Ryan Ocampo, absolutely brilliant player. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for him. I like watching him. He's down that wing. He's brilliant. Yeah,
He's dangerous. Their right winger, because Brian Ocampo is on the left.
yeah.
And on the right, they have Irui Tabadatse.
That's is he not a new signing as well?
He is a new signing.
Yeah.
And he already scored 3 goals.
Yes. Yeah.
So, dangerous player. 3 goals for him. But there's something with their wingers, because they also have Suso on the right wing.
Yeah, from Sevilla. Yeah.
And that's also a player to watch.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, if they make any changes on their wings, I think it don't get any worse than what they have already on the pitch.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So I think the danger comes from the wings.
From the flanks. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something Malaga should watch out with. Anything else? They play. They played against Eibar. They played in a 4-3-3. So we can say pretty attacking football.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're that type of that type of team, or they have been certainly. Going back going back to the Primera days a couple of seasons ago, they were fairly attacking. As I say, Chris Ramos up front when he was playing there. Sometimes it was wide balls, but sometimes it was the ball forward to him to hold up, and everybody, all the players, the wingers and centre midfielders would come up and support him. But the pretty are they have been attacking, and I think from last season as well, they were pretty attacking as well, from memory.
Yeah, because if you look at their midfield with Diarra, Diakite, Ortuño, I mean they have pretty good players.
Yeah, I think as I say, last season I think they should have been going for a playoff place, for promotion. Obviously they didn't get promoted, didn't go up, so they're now back. Are they back as a a standard Segunda team, or are they going for that promotion again? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, they are an attacking side, or they have been in the past. Yeah,
I think they have to go for promotion this
I
season.
think so. Yeah, they're one of the teams that should be aiming for that, certainly.
Then Malaga. What should Malaga change? What should Malaga do?
I think, well, I mean, talking about their wingers, I think we need to be careful. Murillo, again, I would play certainly on the right if Puga's still injured, which he is, just to keep that defensive solidity that I mentioned earlier on. Victor gets a bit caught out, I think. I don't know whether...
Are we playing with Recio again? Because if you're taking Murillo from the center, you have to replace him.
Yes, yeah, no, absolutely. I would stick with the same team. Brassadats probably isn't fully fit yet to start, so I would pretty much play the same from the same side.
I would keep everything the same.
Yeah,
but I would swap maybe, and if he's fit, maybe Einar for Recio.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, straight swap.
That would be the only thing I would change.
Yeah.
Because I think Einar is an important player, and I think also he needs to make minutes.
Yeah. No, I think I'd be
keep him involved, and he needs playtime.
Yeah. What about
that's not because I don't want Recio to play. I think Recio played a very, very good match. It's more, we had contact with Recio on Saturday. We congratulated him with making it to the lineup, and then we congratulated him after the match with his performance, because it was really good.
Yeah.
So we had a little bit of contact with him, and he was proud,
as he should be.
Yeah, he was proud, but he was a bit down of the result.
Yeah, understandable.
But he said also, I will keep going, giving everything.
Yeah, good. What about up front? Do we stick with Chupe or do we change it for Nino, or do we put Chupe and Nino up front and take Lobetti out?
What I would do is play with Nino.
With Nino?
Yeah. I think Nino brings more than Chupe,
Yeah.
on
My
my
only
opinion.
my only concern is the chopping and changing, and 1 week is Nino, 1 week is Chupe, and we're not getting
Yeah.
any
We need
consistency.
consistency. Yeah. We totally
Um,
need that.
yeah, but I honestly don't know. I would be tempted to drop Lobetti and play two up front and see how that goes, because they've not really had much time together on the pitch, and I think now's the time to try and develop a partnership between the two of them. And it's a shame on Lobetti, but I think at home certainly having two strikers on.
I agree with you. Um, Prediction?
I would be happy with a draw, given it's Cadiz, to be fair. But I want to see a bit more attacking football from them.
I'm not taking any more draws. I'm not taking more shit anymore. I'm done with it. I want to see wins. I want to see a lot of wins, and don't want to see lucky wins. I want to see 3-4 nils. So I'm going to say Malaga's going to win at home against Cadiz 2-0.
6-0.
And this
Yeah.
is probably where I get swaffled next Sunday. We always end with something for Malaga, Paul. And this week, I didn't have to choose an item myself. Malaga chose it for me because this Saturday they presenting a shirt. We don't know what kind of shirt, what type of shirt, when you wear the shirt, but they presenting a shirt of a chimney and not any chimney. In Malaga's western shore, where the sea breeze carries the scent of salt and the sound of gulls, there rises a solitary giant of brick and mortar, La Chimenea de los Guindos. Once, it was not a monument, but a beating heart of industry. Built in the 1920s as part of the old power plant Centro Térmica de los Guindos, it fed Malaga with electricity when the city was still finding its way into the modern age. For decades, its furnace glowed red, smoke curling into the Andalusian sky, a symbol of labor and progress. Men and women from the nearby barrios would wake before dawn, their footsteps echoing on cobbled streets. As they made their way to the factory, children learned to play football on the dusty lots in its shadow, their shouts and laughter rising with the soot. Then, as the world turned cleaner and quieter, the machines felt silent. The power plant shut down, and little by little, the buildings around it were demolished. Yet the chimney remained, too strong to tear down, too stubborn to forget. Its bricks, darkened by decades of fire, bore the memory of Malaga's workers, of sweat and smoke and resilience. Today, the chimney de los Guindos no longer exhales clouds of coal. Instead, it stands as a sentinel by the sea. At sunset, its tall figure casts a long shadow across the sands of the Playa de la Misericordia. Couples walk by, children still play football nearby, and joggers glance up at the giant as if greeting an old friend. Locals call it La Vieja Chimenea, the old chimney for some. It's nostalgia for others, heritage, but for all, it's a reminder that the city's past and present are tied together by bricks, smoke, and memory. And so the Chimenea de los Guindos endures not a relic, but as a storyteller, whispering of Malaga's industrious past to every wave that crashes at its base, and to every passerby who looks up and wonders what it has seen. So,
I do know which one you mean. Yeah, I know that's between between the town and the airport, isn't it? Just right on the coast. Yeah.
Playa de la Misericordia. I've
Yeah.
been there, not because I was going to write this, but I've been there last Sunday. I've been there literally last Sunday. I've been there a few times. It's a beautiful beach. It's a beautiful Paseo Marítimo. It's outside the city. It's very, very close to where Malaga was going to play.
Yeah.
From next season. But it's beautiful. A real, I don't know, a real part of Malaga's past and really nice to visit.
Icon, yeah.
That was it for this week. I'll say thank you, Paul.
Thank you as ever, Chris.
Which one of your stories did you like most so far?
Which ones of yours?
Of all the stories we did.
Mine, obviously.
Me too.
That's biased, though. I can't pick my own.
No, me too. I have to pick yours as well.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Paul. Can we get a vamos?
You can.
Malaga.
Vamos Malaga.
And vamos Torremolinos for my mate from Stoke City, who are now from Benalmádena Pueblo, who are now really into Torremolinos. I will give you this one. I know you watched us.
Victory at the weekend there, that was good.
So I do this for your son, just so you know. Vamos Malaga. See you all next week. For the people who are coming over, come and say hi. Give us a hug. Get pictures with us. Don't swaffle us. And vamos Malaga.